Hello and welcome to Waverley Basketball Stadium for this NBL1 matchup between the Waverley Falcons and the Southern Sabres. My name is Liam Ellison. I'll be joining you this afternoon for this big matchup between the Falcons and the Sabres. The Falcons playing their first game of the weekend, while the Sabres are playing their second game in as many days. They played Geelong last night and fell 89-78. They put in a really nice effort, but ultimately the Supercats just continued to fight away and eventually came away victors by 11 points. David Barlow stuffed the stat sheet in that one. Came up just shy of a triple-double, 18 points, 10 boards, and 9 assists for Barlow. And unfortunately for Barlow, the Sabres and basketball fans in general, we won't be seeing him this afternoon, as we can see over on the Sandringham bench that he is not in uniform. So I don't have the details for you here, whether it's an injury or simply a rest, but the league leading scorer, NBL1 star, NBL star obviously as well, will not be suiting up this afternoon. Of course, 24 points per game this season for David Barlow. He's the number one scorer in the league, but on the Waverley side of things, the second leading scorer, DeAndre McCorder, with 22 points per game this season, coming off a monster weekend last weekend, will be suiting up. He had 70 points in 2 games last weekend against Diamond Valley and then against the Spectres. And even more impressively, shot 6 of 9 from beyond the three-point arc as he went 37-12 on Saturday night and then followed up with 33 against Nunawading on Sunday as they defeated Simon Conn and the Nunawading Spectres. So the informed DeAndre McCorder set to go for Waverley. Meanwhile, on the injury report, Matt Hancock has been ruled out for the season. A lot of you probably saw the news during the week. He's set to undergo a knee procedure. So it looks to me, or from what we've heard anyway, that he had a procedure on his knee. He was expecting to come back before the end of the season. But unfortunately, further damage was found, and now we'll have to sit out the remainder of the season as they get that sorted. So no more Matt Hancock, the Falcons captain, out for the remainder of this NBL1 season. A big blow for them. He's been fantastic in that starting lineup. Just having a look at the starters, it's McDaniel, Pantels, Patish, Beisty, and Weldon. And for the Falcons, Tim Leasting gets the start today, replacing Matt Hancock, along with Harper, Lewis, Travis, and of course DeAndre McCorder. So no David Barlow in the lineup. Very disappointing, of course. Played a lot of time at the 5 this season, but with the Nicholas Tata coming into the side, he was set to sort of move over to the 4 here, but now Tata will have a big role today against the Falcons. Played just the 3 games this season, his 3rd coming last night. It will be interesting to see what he can do here. The Sabres will be up against it. They currently sit in last place with a 3-12 record. Meanwhile, the Falcons sit in 7th with an 8-6 record, just 1 game behind 5th, but they do have a poor percentage of below 100%, so hopefully a booster for them this afternoon would help their chances. Of course, suffered a couple of big losses against Kilsyth and the COE. Those results have hurt their chances, but overall have been pretty impressive this NBL1 season coming up from the Big V competition. They've been a touch inconsistent, but I'm sure last weekend's victory against Nunawading will continue to add confidence as we get set to get underway here. Benny Lewis rocking yet another haircut. Always very impressive what he's able to put together with that hair of his. As both teams shake hands, we get set to get underway here. The Sabres and the Falcons. Benny Lewis to take the tip for Waverley. And Ryan Beisty to take the tip for the Sabres. Waverley win the tip in favour of Dylan Travis, another of Waverley's stars so far this season. Over to Harper. Lewis gives the screen for McCorder. Harper drives left and gets to go. Michael Harper with the first bucket of the game for Waverley. Jaden Weldon driving baseline, down low to his teammate, and can't get the lay-in to go. For Simos Primorano. The jumper off for Sam McDaniel, but comes up with another opportunity here and taps it out to Simos Primorano. So Weldon back in the corner. Beisty throws up the little floater. No good, and Benny Lewis has come up with the stop. So Waverley now the other way. Here's Travis, putting up just under 18 points per game this season. Harper thought about it. Now he'll drive to the hoop for two. Michael Harper, impressive start for the Waverley guard. 4-0 early days for Waverley. Here's Weldon. Tries to pass it down low to Beisty. Looked like he was caught in two minds between the floater and the pass, and it will be a turnover. Good defense from the Falcons on that occasion. Here's Leasting getting the start today in place of Matt Hancock. Over to Leasting in the corner. Passes down low to Mikota. They come with the double to Sabres straight away into Travis, cutting to the hoop. And it's going to stay with the Falcons. So the Sabres have been assessed with a foul here. Can expect to see the double team coming for Mikota throughout this one. As we said earlier in the broadcast, 70 points last weekend. 35 points per game over the two as Harper goes for the three. No good there. So Weldon. Back out to Beisty. Driving hard on Lewis all the way to the hoop, but Mikota comes up with it. Harper's pushing the pace here. He's got Weldon ahead of him. Harper kept going though, and he's going to opt it out, but he's turned it over in the end. Simos Primerano coming up with it. Weldon. Bit of space on the left wing, and he's drawn the foul on Harper. Jaden Weldon to go to the line for two shots. Shooting at just 48% from the free-throw line this season, Jaden Weldon. Putting up 8 points per game, but has struggled from the charity stripe. Chance for the first points of the afternoon for the Southern Sabres. First one goes for Jaden Weldon. And it will be interesting to watch this afternoon the points in the paint numbers for the season. The Sabres have been outscored points in the paint by nearly 160 points, and they might be coming up against the most dominant big down low in the league in DeAndre Mikota, so they're going to have their work cut out down low. Something to keep an eye on throughout this one. Here is Mikota bullying his way in. Good stop there, though, on that occasion from the Sabres. Mikota couldn't convert. Weldon back out to Beisty. Just holding things up as Beisty. So Sam McDaniel, passes in the corner to Jamie Batish. Jamie Batish coming up with the three-pointer for the Sabres. And we're locked at 4 apiece. Travis over to Leasting. The three is good for Tim Leasting. The first three of the game for the Falcons. And they lead by 3 here, 7-4 early days. Perfect start from the youngster, getting a start today. As Jaden Weldon fights his way to the rim for 2. Lewis now wasting no time. Travis to settle things down. Leasting comes with the screen. Pops back out over to Lewis, who thought about shooting the 3. Harper back out to Lewis. Cross court to Leasting. Good ball movement from Waverley. That one, though, bounces out for Dylan Travis. So Sam McDaniel now. He pulls up McDaniel. That one just a little off. Looked good out of his hand. As Nicholas Tartar looks set to get check in the big man for the Sabres. Harper over to Travis. Here's Mikota now. They come with a double straight away in the form of McDaniel. And they've come up with another stop here, have the Sabres. Simos Primerano did well. Batish. McDaniel. Here's Jaden Weldon working on Harper. Just crossing his way up. Nice pass to Simos Primerano. He'll have to reset, though. The shot clock's winding down. 3 left on the clock. McDaniel. That one no good. Got all the way to the hoop just in time, but the lay-in attempt was just off. Harper can fire from the wing. Just a little to the left for Harper. Here's McDaniel. Simos Primerano will fire from the corner. That one was a little short. He's Tried to come up with the O-board, Primerano, but the Falcons now the other way. Dylan Travis calling for the screen. Here's Lewis. Runs into the brick wall and he's called for the charge. Offensive foul. Nice smart play there from Tyron Simos Primerano. Lewis just trying to force things possibly there. So we see the Chadstone Frogs out. Association of the week here at Waverley. Doing their thing with the mop. Great to see some of the domestic clubs supporting the Falcons here in the NBL1. Jaden Weldon running the point now for the Sabres. If you've just tuned in, it was the Falcons who got the job done in the earlier game, and the women continue their late season resurgence to the Falcons women. Here's Tata checking in moments ago. Gets it to go. The floater drops for Tata. Nice start for him off the bench. Playing just his 4th game of the season for Sandringham. And they take an early 8-7 lead here. They've looked good early. Harper picks up his dribble and nearly turns it over. Bounces back out. Travis to pull up. That one an air ball. Jaden Weldon was right there in his face. Good contest. Here's Beisty. Nice pass ahead to Weldon. And gets the reverse lay-in to go. Lovely reverse from Jaden Weldon. And the pass from Ryan Beisty was on point as well. The Sabres with an impressive start here in the opening quarter. McCorder now. Cross court to Travis. Drives baseline. Oh, lovely pass to McCorder. What a slam from the big man. DeAndre McCorder. In the face of the Sandringham defender. Wow. And he has turned the music off himself, DeAndre McCorder. He shut this place down with that one. Whew. Kingsley Box coming in moments ago for the Sabres as well. Here's Beisty. That one just pops out. McCorder slamming the ball. Pumped up after his last big play. Here's Travis working his way to the hoop, but Weldon gets a hand in. It'll stay with Travis. Turn it over though. Sam McDaniel. This will be an easy 2 as he slams it home. Sam McDaniel. Nice defense from the Sabres. So looking for an answer now, Waverley. Deng Chan getting set to check in, as is Chris Arkell. A little stagnant here are the Falcons offense. Leasting, another 3-point attempt. Another make for Tim Leasting. 2nd 3-pointer of the game here. Nice start today. Of course, getting the start in place of Matt Hancock. McDaniel back out to Kingsley Box. That one a little strong, so it'll be Waverley ball. Here's Travis. Harper now. Lewis wide open on the wing. Just pops out though. As both teams are tied up at 12 apiece. Nicholas Tata hands it off to McDaniel. Trying to make his move to the hoop. Tata's wide open in the mid-range. And McCorder pulls down the board. So what can they do here, Waverley? Back to Benny Lewis at the top. Here's Travis. Yet to score in this one, Travis, is McCorder puts up the floater and one. McCorder starting to have an influence on this contest. A bevy of substitutions coming up. Arkell and Deng Chan check in for Benny Lewis and Michael Harper. Meanwhile, Tata, Sam McDaniel, and Ryan Beisty all take a spell. Jamie Batish coming back in. James Cicognini seeing his first minutes as well this afternoon. So Dean Neville now to come in for McCorder, who's had a red-hot start. The first couple of plays, the Sabres came with a double team. They look to be doing a good job at keeping the star big quiet, but that was short-lived as we saw one of the dunks of the season, I think it's safe to be said, from McCorder before the N1 just there. He's got 5 points early. Here's Kingsley Box. The Falcons lead by 3. Simos Primerano. Back out to Box. He'll fire. That one way off. But comes up with the rebound and the putback. James Cicognini 6 points per game this season to go along with 2.5 rebounds. Arkell with the screen. Over to Leasting. He's got 6 early points as well. Arkell. Dean Neville will pull up wide open, and he makes him pay. Dean Neville. Falcons continue to make things happen early. He's well. Oh, found the nutmeg and missed the lay-in though. Did Tyron Simmers-Primerano. How was the pass? Straight through the legs of Dean Neville, playing tunnel ball, just couldn't convert. That one would have made your NBL1 top 10 highlight plays. Meanwhile, here is Neville for the Falcons. Scored on the last possession. Back out to Leasting. Chance for his third three-pointer. That one a little short. Taps it ahead. Can Deng Chan? No, he can't get onto it. So Neville's tapped it out of bounds. Benny Lewis will come back in. And Deng Chan will look like called for the substitution himself. So perhaps a little sore Deng Chan here. Does have some strapping on his knee. And the physio will have a look at that knee. So hopefully he's okay, Chan. Been a really nice addition to this Waverley team since entering the fray a couple of weeks ago. Oh, what a pass there inside. And this time he makes him pay. Simmers-Primerano. Reece Carter with a lovely assist. 17-16. It's a 1-point ball game. There's 14 seconds on the shot clock. 19 on the game clock. Here's Travis. Pulls up. The three goes for Dylan Travis. And it's a 4-point ball game. The Sabres with one more opportunity here to end the first quarter. Here's Reece Carter. 3 seconds on the clock. Has to pull up. Carter. That one goes for Reece Carter. On the buzzer, if you don't mind. What a first quarter we've seen here at Waverley. Both teams going at it. It's a 1-point ball game, 20-19. We've seen some big highlights early on. Reece Carter finishing it off there with a pull-up J on the buzzer from beyond the arc. And DeAndre McCorder early on with a huge dunk. He has 5 to his name. Tim Leasting, the game's leading scorer so far with 6. Couple of three-pointers for him getting the start today. And Waverley shooting 50% from the field, while the Sabres just 37%. So interesting start here, of course, if you've just tuned in. The Southern Sabres without David Barlow today. He's not in uniform over there on the Sabres bench in his tracksuit. Don't have an update here whether it's an injury or simply a rest situation for Barlow. But a big loss, to say the least, for the Southern Sabres. Waverley in need of a percentage boost, it should be said. I mean, this won't be easy this afternoon, but 98% they sit on for the year. And given that they're one win behind 5th, they'd want to be at least above 100, I'd say, in that statistic. Sam McDaniel's been active early as well for the Sabres. And Dylan Travis sitting 6th at the moment in the NBL1 in assists with 5.5 a game as well. Hit a 3 just moments before Reece Carter responded with one of his own. Of course, been a revelation for this Falcons team this season. Of course, play with the Western Port Steelers and the Big V in times past, and has well and truly proven his ability here in the Premier Victorian Basketball League of the NBL1. Spent time at Florida Southern University in Division 2 in the NCAA at average 21 points per game in his senior year. One of the big recruits and reasons why this Waverley team has seen some success here early on in the NBL1 campaign. We're set to go here. Cicognini throws it into Carter. Hit a big 3 at the end of 1. Simmers-Primerano comes with the screen. Carter back out. The 3 ball goes up. That one, though, no good. Jamie Patish, his attempt was no good as Primerano does his best to keep it in. But it'll be the home side's ball. So it looks like Andrew Noller's set to check in here. Very early substitution in the second period. Tim Leasting takes a break. Nice spot-up shooter is Tim Leasting, the youngster. Couple of 3s in the first period as well, as Noller probably set to see some more extended minutes with Hancock now out for the remainder of the season. Hasn't had a lot of action so far this season, Nola. Played just the 5 games. But injuries is probably set to see him see a much bigger role. His box. Back out to Carter. Primerano comes with the screen. It's come off the foot of Dean Neville. It will be a kick ball. Batish's 3 will be called off. So Simos Primerano to inbound. In fact, it'll be Jamie Batish. Travis defending Carter. Primerano comes with the screen, goes under, and Reese Carter makes him pay. And Reese Carter, all of a sudden, second 3 of the game for the Southern Sabres point guard. Travis. Over to Lewis. He's just assessing his options here. Arkell now. Cross court to Travis. He'll fire from the wing. That one goes for Dylan Travis. Straight back at him. And Dylan Travis and Reese Carter are fighting it off here in this one. Kingsley box now for the Sabres. It's a bevy of 3s dropping for both teams at the moment. And the Sabres take the lead. 25-23. Travis now to pull up from the top. That one a little strong. So back down to earth somewhat for the Falcons is straight ahead. That one drops in for Sikognini. Nice pass to push it ahead here as we see DeAndre McCorder getting set to check back in along with Sam McDaniel and Ryan Beisty for the Sabres. Lewis comes around the Neville screen. Over to Travis, another 3-point attempt, and another one drops for Dylan Travis. He's on fire at the moment. Carter, nice cross. Lovely pass to Sikognini in the corner. That one a little off. But it's fallen into the arms of Simos Primerano, and Carter just turns around and pulls up. But Arkell manages to corral the defender, and it will be Waverley ball. So a few substitutions for both teams now. The big man DeAndre McCorder comes back into this one. Tom Owens comes out of this one for Tom O'Brien, seeing his first minutes this afternoon. Playing 15 minutes per game this season. Shooting the 3 ball at 39% as well, Tom O'Brien. A real sharpshooter from that range. Over to Nola now for the Falcons. Puts up the little floater. Tough shot, but Arkell comes up with the O-board. And now Lewis to reset things for Waverley. Just directing traffic into McCorder. They come with a double, and Ryan Beisty does well to get the arm in there. Come up with the steal for the Sabres. Now here is O'Brien, checking in just moments ago to McDaniel. Beisty comes with the screen. And he's turned it over to Benny Lewis, so Waverley's off here. Or spin move, Benny Lewis, but he's lost control, so Kingsley box the other way. Reese Carter for his third 3. That one a little short, and Arkell comes up with it. So it's chaotic basketball at the moment. Here's Dylan Travis on the wing. Another 3 for Dylan Travis. And he keeps dropping these 3 balls in, and Waverley take the lead back, 29-27. What a game of basketball we're seeing at the moment. Beisty now to pull up at the top. Another 3. Both teams going at it. Ryan Beastie sees the Sabres retake the lead. There's been plenty of lead changes here over the last couple of minutes. Into McCorder down low. That's an easy 2 for DeAndre McCorder. Did well to steal his defender there. Just being warned by the referee not to delay game. As we see Jaden Weldon checking back in for Reese Carter, who put in some really good minutes there over that stretch. Hit a couple of 3-pointers, including one on the buzzer at the end of the first. McDaniel now. 18 points per game this season for Sam McDaniel. And 6 rebounds as well for the guard. Here's Weldon. Oh, nice crossover on Arkell. Finds his way to the hoop. What a drive from Jaden Weldon. Crafty from the point guard. And yet another lead change here. Here's Nola. Geez, that is a risky pass. Cross court to Travis, who's hit a bevy of 3-pointers here. Backs it out to Benny Lewis, who goes straight to the hoop. Nice drive from Benny Lewis. Aggressive play from the Falcons veteran. And straight away, Jaden Weldon at the other end. That one goes for the Sabres. What an up and down game of basketball we're seeing at the moment. Here's Lewis on the wing. Harper getting set to check back in. As is Nicholas Tata. Oh, lovely pass into Lewis. What vision from Chris Arkell. Lewis just had caught his defenders unawares, and Jaden Weldon, same spot, pulls up now. That one's short though. Travis, what can he do here for Waverley? Here's McWhorter. He's got a mismatch, McWhorter. But Weldon doing a good job just to deny him. They will get it now. Beisty comes with the double over to Nola from the other wing. That one comes off, and it's fallen into the arms of Tom O'Brien. McDaniel thought about it. Comes around Nola now. Nice little in and out dribble. Stan McDaniel. Nice move to the hoop. Shooting 48% from the field this season, McDaniel. Nice option for the Sabres team, along with Barlow, who McWhorter now has a mismatch and one. DeAndre McWhorter. Not a lot that Tom O'Brien and Ryan Beastie can do there. The big fella taking advantage of the mismatch. And that is his second and one of the game already. Nola comes out of the game for Michael Harper. And it'll be a timeout on the floor. 37 apiece here with 4.5 remaining in the second quarter. It's been an up and down second period, to say the least. Both teams converting from beyond the arc. And McWhorter now starting to look dominant down low. We've spoken about their struggles with points in the paint for the Southern Sabres. And meanwhile, they get out-rebounded on average by 8 rebounds per game, this Sabres team. And without Barlow out there, that's only going to get harder. And McWhorter starting to have an influence as he's found mismatches with a couple of the Sabres guards and drawn the subsequent fouls as well. Dylan Travis with 3 threes to his name. It's been fantastic here. This Waverley team coming off a real morale-lifting win last week in overtime against the Nunawading Spectres. Simon Conn had the unlikely buzzer-beating shot to send the game to OT. Almost Kawhi Leonard style, if you like. Bounced around a couple of times on the ring, had another go at it, and it dropped in. So the game went to OT, but a couple of big buckets from Dylan Travis and Chris Arkell saw the Falcons prevail. Seeing them split the tough weekend doubleheader, it should be said. So morale lifting round for them as McWhorter makes the end one, giving the Falcons a 1-point lead here. Here's Weldon now. Over to McDaniel. Beastie at the top. Just looking for a teammate. Here's McDaniel driving baseline. Out to box. He's wide open. No good though. So now Travis looking ahead. Lewis is open in the corner. That one's a long two. And he misses. So McDaniel comes up with it. Nearly an alley-oop attempt to Kingsley Box, and he's caught in two minds there. Misses the lay-in attempt. Ahead to Lewis. What a pass. Oh, blocked. No, it's a foul. Ryan Beastie fouls Benny Lewis on the dunk attempt. Nearly had a big highlight play there going for the transition slam was Benny Lewis. So he'll go to the line for 2 shots, will Benny Lewis. Putting up 14.5 points per game this season as we see Cody Fredrickson coming in for his first minutes this afternoon, replacing Dylan Travis, who's, as we said earlier, been huge in this second quarter. Fredrickson, another one of those players probably set to see an increase in role with Matthew Hancock now out for this season. First free throw off for Benny Lewis. 77% free throw shooter on the season. As he splits a pair. Fredrickson with his first defensive task on McDaniel. Simos Primorano. Comes around Fredrickson. Puts up the little mid-range J. That one no good, but well done from Simos Primorano. So it's just come to my attention that I've in fact been calling Simos Primorano the wrong name this entire game. We've got 2 number 11s here on the score sheet. I apologise if I've got any friends or family of Zach Pantelis. Benny Lewis now on the wing, and he's turned it over to Kingsley Box. So here he goes the other way now. Nearly dribbles it off his leg, back out to Beastie. Here's Tomo Owens, puts up the mid-range J, no good. McDaniel. That one goes for the Sabres, back to a 39 apiece ball game. Sam McDaniel continues his nice start to this ball game. Hands it off to Arkell. Fredrickson just yelling for it over there, wide open on the other wing. He eventually gets it. Here's McWhorter. Bullying his way in is DeAndre McWhorter, but he misses the lay-in. So Ryan Beastie comes up with it. Tomo Owens to Box in the corner. Another three-point attempt doesn't go for Box, but Owens now, that one just rattles out. It's going to stay with the Sabres. Last touch by DeAndre McWhorter. So Box taking a break for Reece Carter, who checks back in. Owens. Turns it over to Pantelis. Waverley ball. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Lewis now. 13 on the shot clock. McWhorter a long way from home. Shot 6 of 9 from 3 last weekend though. Here's Harper. Finds McWhorter for that 3. That one a little short. So here's McDaniel. He's got Harper ahead of him. Draws the contact. Blocked by Benny Lewis. Big time defensive play from the Waverley Star. And a couple of substitutions coming up. How about that from Benny Lewis? Travis and Neville coming in now for McWhorter, and Cody Fredrickson, a short stint off the bench for him. Pantelis to inbound. Owens. Tartar as well back into the game. Come off the arms of the Waverley defenders, so it'll stay with the Southern Sabres. As after a really quick first 5 minutes to this second quarter where both teams couldn't miss, the offense has just dried up just that little bit, as here's Sam McDaniel. Carter. His third 3 just bobs out as Tartar gets it back up and in. Nice hustle down low in the key. Put up 7 points per game so far over his first couple. Travis. He's working on Carter. He'll pull up Dylan Travis. That one goes! Dylan Travis becoming a 3-point marksman this afternoon. Owens now. Falcons taking the 1-point lead. Less than a minute to go. Carter will pull up from the top. Another 3 for Reece Carter. Carter and Travis are going at it in this one. The third 3 of the game for Reece Carter. 4th 3 of the game for Dylan Travis. And turned it over nearly to Sam McDaniel. Arkell retrieves it though. 20 seconds remaining on the shot clock. 28 on the game clock. Travis will pull up for another one. Good contest though on that occasion from Carter, and Tartar comes up with the defensive board. So the shot clock's off here. The game clock is just ahead. One more chance here with the Sabres. At the moment leading by 2. McDaniel will pull up. That one goes for Sam McDaniel. What a finish to the first half. Lewis will have to throw it up here from half court. That was too late. In fact, it's come off the ceiling support. So that's half time here. The Sabres with a really impressive first half in the absence of David Barlow. They lead by 5 here at the end of the first, 47-42. Reece Carter's been fantastic with 3 3-pointers to his name. Sam McDaniel stepping up and taking some of the scoring load as well, of course. Averages 18 points per game. He's been awesome. And Dylan Travis and McWhorter have both been fantastic for Waverley, but they do trail here to the Sabres, who currently have struggled this NBL1 season with a 3-12 record. They sit in last place, but here they are, leading the Falcons. The 7th place Waverley Falcons by 5 points at halftime. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. My name's Liam Ellison. We'll see you for the second half of this matchup between the Sabres and the Falcons. Welcome back to Waverley Basketball Stadium for the second half of this matchup between Waverley and the Southern Sabres. The Sabres lead it here 47-42 with David Barlow not in uniform. If you've just tuned in, he's not playing this afternoon over on the Sandringham bench in tracksuit. So there's been a number of performers here for this Sabres team that have stepped up in his absence. Of course, Sam McDaniel, one of the stars for this Sabres team and in the NBL1, has once again had a nice first half. 10 points to his name. Reece Carter with 9 points, all of which coming by way of the three-point arc, while Jaden Weldon as well has been very impressive from the point guard position. Zach Pantelis as well, the game's leading rebounder with 6, along with DeAndre McCorder. Interestingly, the Sabres have actually out-rebounded the Falcons, which goes against the grain of what we've seen throughout this NBL1 season so far, especially with the advantage that McCorder has down low. He, however, has been really active in the first half, has 10 points to his name, including a monster dunk and a couple of and ones. Dylan Travis is the game's leading scorer with 15, with 4 3-pointers as well. So both teams shooting very efficiently from the field. 52% for Waverley and 42% for Sandringham. But interestingly, the Sabres have created 14 more field goal attempts than Waverley here, 45 compared to Waverley's 31. And the offensive rebounding numbers are popping out of my screen like crazy. 10 offensive rebounds for the Southern Sabres compared to the Falcons' 1. And meanwhile, they've only turned the ball over twice, the Sabres, doing a fantastic job at looking after the ball and defending the glass as well. So Waverley with a bit of work to do here. Shooting the ball really well, as we just said. Travis has been fantastic, but at the moment, the last place Sabres 3-12 without their best player, the NBL1 leading scorer, David Barlow, lead Waverley here at halftime. If you've just tuned in as well, Deng Chan has a bit of a sore knee and looks like he may be done for this afternoon. As I can see over there on the bench, he's having some more attention with the physio. So a bit of a blow for the Falcons. It's a real spark plug off the bench is Deng Chan. As we're set to get underway here, the starters for the Sabres, Zach Pantelis, McDaniel, Owens, Jaden Weldon and Ryan Beastie. While for Waverley, it's Lewis, Dylan Travis, McCorder, Tim Leasting and Michael Harper. Tim Leasting did get the start today in absence of Matt Hancock. Of course, Hancock out for the remainder of the season due to some problems with his knee. So here we go. The Sabres lead by 5 here with a half a basketball remaining. McCorder posting up on McDaniel. Owens comes with a double. Cross court to Leasting. Throws up the 3, but that one no good. Hit 2 threes in the first period, did Tim Leasting. Yet to hit the scoreboard since. Owens thought about it. Weldon will shoot it. That one a little short for Jaden Weldon. So Lewis now. Can they draw first blood here in the second half, the Waverley Falcons? Here's McCorder at the top. Pantelis on him. Travis working on Beastie. Over to Leasting for another 3-point attempt. That one goes for Tim Leasting. If you leave him open, Leasting, he's got to make him. That's his 3rd 3-pointer of the game. Here's Weldon. Geez, Benny Lewis came with a really quick closeout. Back down to Owens. Over to McDaniel. Moving the ball around here are the Sabres. Good contest from McCorder. Gets it inside to Pantelis. A couple of opportunities. Tips it in. Zach Pantelis. Nice hustle on the boards. And it was a great contest from DeAndre McCorder originally, but did well to just double pump in the air and pass it down low to Pantelis. Did Jaden Weldon. Here's Harper driving hard. He's fouled. Oh, nearly an and one. Just rolls out in the end. Harper with the first couple of baskets in the game. Got 4 points to his name.
First team foul. Michael Harper shooting 2.
Michael Harper, a couple of trips at the charity stripe coming up. 7.7 points per game this season, shooting the 3-throw attempts at 69% for Waverley. As he goes 2 of 2 from the line, Michael Harper cuts it back to a 2-point margin here. McDaniel got McCorder now on him. Back out to Weldon. Gets around Travis. That one a little flat, the mid-range J. So Travis pushing the pace. Looking ahead, he only sees blue jersey, so he pulls it up. Over to Leasting. Daniel gets a hand in. Mikorta can fire this. No, he's going to drive all the way in for an easy two. DeAndre Mikorta doing well there. Bit of noise coming over there from the Waverley bench. As Weldon picks up his dribble over to McDaniel. Here's Pantelis. Got the smaller Travis on him. Cross court to Owens. The three ball a little off, but Pantelis comes up with it. And he's been absolutely run over here as Jaden Weldon's. Lewis has just lost the handle. Looked like it was a clean steal attempt, but Jaden Weldon copped a beating. Tim Leasting falling over the top of him. He's nearly come up with a steal. Travis was caught unawares, but into Leasting in the corner, and the three ball drops for Tim Leasting. He continues to fire away from beyond the arc. His fourth of the game. He's now up to 12 points. As Mikorta with the block on Beastie. Nice defensive play from the big man. Nicholas Tartar getting set to check in. Along with James Sikognini, Zach Pantelis, and Jamie Patish, to check out. McDaniel now round the Tartar screen. Tartar just posting up on Mikorta, but McDaniel will pull up from mid-range. Nice rebound, though, from Mikorta. So Travis pushing it ahead. Leasting for his fifth three-pointer. That one goes! Tim Leasting is on fire here. And it's timeout on the floor. The Falcons all of a sudden out to a 6-point lead. Tim Leasting with his fifth three-pointer. He's up to 15 in the game. The game's equal leading scorer. What a hot third period we've seen from him. And Waverley dominating here. 13-2 to start the third period. A 13-2 run in just under 3 minutes. The home side getting things going, wasting no time. Sandringham with a bit to talk about over there in the timeout. Leasting finding himself open on all those occasions, just almost begging him to shoot. A lot of those opportunities as well coming from just the quick ball movement from Waverley. Wasting no time pushing it up the floor, catching the Sabres defense out of position. The referee's just telling the teams to get ready to get out of here and get this underway. With 7 minutes remaining in the third. Waverley will remain with their starting unit. I've seen great success with them over the last couple of minutes. Meanwhile, the Sabres will stick with the same five. Sikognini inbounds to Weldon. Here is Weldon. Tartar comes with the screen. Weldon gets around Mikorta. Nice pass into Tartar, but it's nearly turned over. In fact, Harper gets a hand in. Passes it back into McDaniel. Bit of chaos at the moment as Weldon splits the double. Nice move, but blocked by DeAndre Mikorta. Harper ahead to Leasting. Makes him reach for it, and Leasting gets it to go. Does well to retrieve that pass from Harper. Good D as well from the Falcons. McDaniel crossing up his defender into Tartar. Bounces off his chest. Waverley again. Travis thought about pulling up. So now they'll reset the Falcons. Here's Mikorta round the back, making his move to the hoop. Throws up the little hook and scores. The Falcons cannot be stopped over these last couple of minutes. 10-point lead. And all of a sudden, 17-2 to start the third as Mikorta comes up with the block. 17-2 in 4 minutes for Waverley. Travis now. Can they continue the bleeding? Inside to Mikorta. They double him. Couple of smaller defenders, though. It's been called a foul on Jaden Weldon. So, Waverley ball on the baseline. How about these last couple of minutes from the Waverley Falcons? And the Sabres will call to the bench to come in for reinforcements. Pantelis and Reese Carter check in for Tartar and Jaden Weldon. Lewis out to Leasting. Just looking to see who was behind the arc because he's hit 5 of those. Has Leasting. Here's Travis. crossing up his defender. That's a turnover, Dylan Travis. Tried to find the cutting Benny Lewis. Momentarily come back down to earth now to the Falcons after a red-hot couple of minutes. Here's Carter. It's 5.5 minutes remaining here in the third. Plenty of time to retake control for Sandringham, but geez, what a tough start to the third as Pantelis nearly loses it. Nice pass to Beastie. That one goes for Ryan Beastie. Sandringham needed that. Just the second bucket of the period for the Southern Sabres. Travis now. DeAndre McCorder, geez, was probably surprised by how much space he had and then fumbled it. Comes with the screen now for Travis. Ops against it. Shot clock winding down. Has to pull up. Travis a little short. It was a nice contest from the Southern Sabres defender. Carter gets around Leasting. Back out to McDaniel. Gets McCorder with a pump fake. In and out dribble. All the way to the hoop, but misses the lay-in. The little finger roll was no good. Travis with some party tricks. Here's McCorder now bullying his way in. The Falcons continue this run. Travis and McCorder connecting on that occasion. Back to a 9-point ball game. Cicognini over to Beastie. Chucks up the floater. Beastie follows his own miss though. Now Cicognini will fire. Another three for the Sabres, so they keep coming. 6-point ball game now. Been an up and down couple of minutes. The Sabres have come back to life offensively. McCorder has Carter on him. McDaniel behind though for the double. They go cross court to Lewis. Out to Leasting. Thought about it. Harper gets around. Throws up the free-throw line mid-ranger. So good D from the Southern Sabres there. Reese Carter. Pantelis, gee, well done there from Dylan Travis, flying in to come up with the deflection. It'll stay with the Sabres. Looked like he might have copped that one in the noggin as well as he just grabs his ear. Dean Neville checking in for DeAndre McCorder. Carter cross court to McDaniel. Back out to Cicognini. That one a little short. Well done from Lewis with the contest. And it's going to be a foul call on Ryan Beastie. So that's Beastie's fourth personal foul in the game. He'll take a rest. Tartar to come back in. The only player in the game in foul trouble is Beastie. No one else on more than 2. He's Leasting another 3-point attempt. That one just cools off a bit now for Tim Leasting. Here's Carter, crosses over, spins, pulls up. No, he tried to pass it to Tartar, changed his mind last second and confused his teammate. So here's Travis now. Oh, what a pass. Little drop off to Leasting. He draws the foul. He'll go to the line for 2. It's a smart play from Travis. Just made it look like he was going to pull up for the 2 and dropped it off to Leasting. So the Falcons now shooting 55% from the field and 43% from 3. 10 of 23, really impressive stuff. Free throw just drops in for Tim Leasting, who is the game's leading scorer now with 18 points. Second one a little short, so Tartar comes up with it. Straight away, pushes it ahead to Reese Carter. Tartar. Cicognini found himself in a bit of space. That one left. Carter nearly caught Travis unawares, trying to draw the charge. Aggressive as they come with the double, the Sabres. They forced him into some trouble here. Smart play, though, from Travis. Down low to Neville. They come with a double. Good defense from the Sabres. Here comes Sam McDaniel. Got Leasting ahead of him, just bashes his way in, and he's been called for the charge. Tim Leasting caught him unawares. Smart play from the youngster. Daniels just tried to use his strength and athleticism to bully his way into the hoop, but ended up being called for the charging foul. So the Falcons still lead by 7 here as the third quarter winds down. Nice pass to Travis. Out to Leasting. No look pass. Another 3 for Tim Leasting. He's up to 21 points. What can they do here? The Sabres to respond. Pantelis. Wide open is Sikognini in the corner. Arkell comes up with it. So Leasting ahead. He finds him. No, he's thrown it into the arms of Reece Carter. It was the right idea, but just not on target as McDaniel can't get it to go. So Arkell keeps it in, but hands it off to Zach Pantelis. Sabres now to settle things down. Geez, Reece Carter just throws it up and in. Reece Carter just waved off the screen and said, I'll take this myself. And Carter has been fantastic today. 12 points on 4 of 7 shooting, all of which coming from beyond the three-point arc. Travis has got the big man Tatar on him. Blocked? No, he's fouled. Fouled, says the referee. So Travis will go to the line for 2 shots. That is their 5th foul as well in the quarter, the Sabres. Harper and McWhorter to come back in for Neville. And Tim Leasting, who's up to 21 points in the game, has got 6 3-pointers. 4 of which have come in this third period. He checks out for a rest. As Travis gets the first one to drop, he's up to 16. Waverley have all the game's top 3 leading scorers, while we're seeing more of a balanced scoring effort from Sandringham in the wake of David Barlow's absence. As Carter pulls up for another one. Back-to-back triples for Reece Carter. And the Sabres pull within 6. McWhorter comes with the screen. Travis has picked up his dribble over to Lewis in the corner. Arkell's posting up Carter, but he's a long way from the hoop. Travis will pull up now. That one was right the moment it left his hand. Less than a minute to go here. Reece Carter's hit a couple of threes in a row now. Oh, nice pass into Pantelis, but it's ended up on the floor. Geez, a couple of desperate bodies. The 3 drops, another one for Sandringham. Jamie Batish with the 3-pointer. And that is their 13th 3 of the game for Sandringham. They're shooting 41% from beyond the arc. Both teams really making their bread from the 3-point line at the moment, as Leasting getting set to check straight back in. It's only a 3-point margin now. The Southern Sabres continue to come. 32 seconds on the clock. Travis. No look pass to Arkell. Out to Leasting. Pump fake. Now we'll pull up. Nearly goes in, but no good. Tatar comes up with it. So the shot clock is off. 15 seconds to work with here for the Southern Sabres. Reece Carter hit a buzzer beater at the end of the first quarter. What can he do here? Pantelis comes with the screen. Now we'll pull up Reece Carter. A little short though. Plenty of time for Waverley. Ahead to Travis. 2 seconds on the clock. And Travis misses the lay-in. Disappointing for Travis and the Falcons, but they do lead by 3 here at the end of the third quarter. 67-64. The Sabres, though, an impressive third period after Waverley started the third quarter on a 17-2 run before the Southern Sabres shot a flurry of threes. Reece Carter with a couple in a row, as well as Jamie Batish as well, and is back to a 3-point ball game. What a game of basketball we've seen this afternoon. A game of runs, really. And it looks like we're in for a cracking last period. Tim Leasting had 4 3-pointers of his own in that period. He's the game's leading scorer with 21. Followed by Dylan Travis with 17 and DeAndre McWhorter with 16. Meanwhile, for the Southern Sabres, Reece Carter leads the way with 15 points off the bench. 4 3-pointers for him. Both teams shooting really well from beyond the arc. The Falcons are 11 of 26, while the Sabres are 13 of 33. They're chucking up those attempts in volume, but at 39%, I'm sure the coaching staff will have no problem with that.
Around the grounds, another winning with a big lead over Diamond Valley, 106-86.
The Falcons shooting 52% from the field, but Sandringham continue to make their bread on the offensive rebounding as they have 20 more field goal attempts at this point. 15 offensive rebounds for the Sabres compared to just 2 for Waverley. And the Southern Sabres are taking care of business on the glass, as you can see on your screens right now. No David Barlow, no worries at the moment for Sandringham, but you wonder, the addition of Barlow could really have changed the complexion of this one. Of course, the league-leading scorer, David Barlow, boomer, over the last year, had a real renaissance season in the NBL for Melbourne United, set to do hopefully the same thing again next season. Of course, already re-signed with the Melbourne franchise. Just about set to get underway here. The Falcons will opt with Leasting, McCorder, Travis, Harper, and Chris Arkell. While for the Southern Sabres, it'll be Nicholas Tartar, Zach Pantelis, Kingsley Box, Jamie Patisse, and Reese Carter, who's been a revelation in this one. 15 points to his name. 10 minutes to go here. The Falcons by 3. We could be in for a cracker here. The Falcons getting the chocolates in the first game of the doubleheader. Can the Sabres make up for it here in the second one? Here's Tartar. Carter just directing traffic. Tartar comes with the screen. Nice pass into Tartar. And he's fouled on the way up, so Tartar will go to the line for 2. Of course, he's playing his 4th game of the season for this Sabres team. Sam McDaniel getting set to come back in. As Zach Pantelis heads to the bench for a rest. And that one goes for Tartar. To 5 points in the game now. Two or two for Nick Tartar. And Sandringham get the first basket here in the 4th period. They now trail by just 1 point. Travis. Offensive foul, says the referee. Looks like it's an illegal screen on Michael Harper. So the Sabres, chance to now take the lead here early in the 4th. Tartar over to Box. Thought about it. Arkell did well to deny him. Here's Carter. Another nice pass into Tartar. This time he puts up the little baby hook and McCorder comes in for the defensive rebound. Disappointing miss there for the Southern Sabres. Here's Travis. Back out to McCorder. Another offensive foul in favour of the Southern Sabres. Back-to-back turnovers for Waverley. McCorder was getting set to throw up a 3-point attempt, wide open as well, but unfortunately never got the opportunity from the Falcons' perspective. The mop comes out as the bodies hit the floor. Chadstone Frogs, of course, our club of the week here at Waverley, doing the job wiping the floor. Great opportunity for these youngsters to see some of the best talent in the country out here in action at their local stadium. Carter continuing to throw out instructions. It's been magnificent today at the point guard position. It started this last quarter nicely with Tartar. These two have been a nice pair on the pick and roll. Over to McDaniel. 10 points to his name. Quiet in the 3rd period though. Nice drive, but a little off. Comes up with the offensive rebound. He has drawn the foul, so he looks to be heading to the line for 2 3 throws, Sam McDaniel. The foul's on Tim Leasting, his 2nd personal. Did well to fly up for the 2nd chance offensive rebound, did McDaniel. Just rattles it home. Just their 3rd trip to the 3-throw line in this one for the Southern Sabres. We see McDaniel had a bit of a tough day from the field today. 4 of 13 so far, but has looked dangerous throughout and plenty of time left to really stamp his imprint on this one. Hands it off to McCorder. Travis inside to Harper. He's got Patish on him. Throws up the little baby hook. Arkell retrieves it. Harper. He'll fire the corner three. A little strong. So the Sabres now with a 1-point lead. A chance to extend it. Here's McDaniel. Box straight away over to Carter. On the logo. He's blocked though by Arkell. Wide open three for Patish. And he makes him pay. Tough break for Waverley. And the Southern Sabres bench loves it. They did well to come up with the block, but it just fell in the end in the arms of Jamie Patish, who made him pay from beyond the arc. McCorder called for the travel, just fumbled the ball there, and he's ended up having to pay, says the referee. There's about 3 Southern Sabres defenders crowding him down low as Arkell checks out now for Benny Lewis. The Falcons back to their starting lineup here. And all of a sudden, they trail by 4 here. So the Sabres, over the last probably 7 or 8 minutes of game time, it's been all them, all their way. It's McDaniel now. Leasting trying to deny Tata. Box. And that's going to be a foul on the Falcons. Tata was fouled, or infringed rather, on that rebounding contest. So third personal on Tim Leasting. Doing his best to box out the size and strength of Tata. And with 7 minutes and 40 seconds here, the Falcons have already put the Sabres in the bonus. As they now trail by 6 points, that could be a factor here going down the stretch. The Falcons yet to score as well in the 4th period. Here's Leasting. He's been called for a travel. Another turnover for Waverley here in this 4th period. They look very vulnerable at the moment, the home side. The Sabres, however, have got their tails up. Largely thanks to this man, Reece Carter. He's been fantastic. Captain of the Sabres today. Patish throws it up to Tata. Nice little alley-oop. Second attempt, no good. Comes up with another one. There's about 4 Waverley defenders in there. Jump ball. McCorder does well. And Tata's got a bit of a limp about him. It's going to be Waverley ball thanks to the way of the possession arrow. May have to check out here, Nicholas Tata. Will remain in for the time being, though. Now Travis just working away as inside to McCorder. Tata comes with a double and one. DeAndre McCorder. That was a tough finish and a much-needed basket for the Waverley Falcons. Back to a 4-point ball game. Chance to make it 3. So McCorder up to 18 in the game now to go along with 9 rebounds. No good on the 3 throw though. So it remains a 4-point ball game. Sam McDaniel now for the Southern Sabres. Nice little drive into the hoop, but no good. Kingsley Box comes up with it. Puts up the floater. That one falls in for Kingsley Box, and the Southern Sabres extend the lead to 6. Here's Leasting. Big cross-court pass. Leasting going for his 7th three-pointer. No good. So Carter again. Hands it off to Patish. McDaniel. It's going to be a foul call on McCorder. Just a blocking foul on the big man. He's first of the game. He's done well to keep himself out of foul trouble today. Also has 3 blocks to his name. But as a team, though, the Sabres are in the bonus. So McDaniel gets the first one to drop. Up to 13 in the game now, Sam McDaniel, as he makes it 14. Season average of 18. Has been impressive alongside Reece Carter and holding up the scoring load that David Barlow has left behind. Oh, what a crossover from Travis. Nice pass out to Harper. The three is a bit strong, though. It's fallen into the arms of Lewis, who gets it to go. Opportunistic putback two for Benny Lewis. It's been a balanced scoring attack from the Sabres so far in the absence of Barlow. Not in uniform today. Turns it over to Reece Carter. Kingsley Box just cut at the wrong time. Unfortunate turnover from the Southern Sabres perspective. And the Falcons trail by 6 here. 5 minutes 50 to go. Plenty of time, but they need a steadier. Can it be this man, Dylan Travis? McCorder comes with a screen. Leasting now. Over to Benny Lewis. Geez, that is a needle that he's threaded in there to McCorder. Couldn't get it to go, though. He's come up with another opportunity and drawn the foul, McCorder. How about the pass from Benny Lewis? It had to be perfect to get there, and it did. Just a bullet inside. So McCorder, a couple of opportunities coming up at the line. Just the steadier the Falcons needed. And another miss from McCorder at the charity stripe. So a third miss. 2 of 5 today from the free throw line, McCorder, who struggled there. 8 of 12, though, from the field. Jaden Weldon back into the game for the Sabres. Beastie comes around McCorder, over to Weldon. Plenty of space, and he makes them pay. The Sabres out to a 9-point lead here. The Falcons have really struggled in this fourth period. Here's Lewis. Geez, drawn the foul on Jaden Weldon. It was a good effort from the guard to come over and challenge him, but Lewis a couple of opportunities coming up at the charity stripe. Some pretty gold kicks he's got on there. Nice and shiny. Seven points today for Lewis. A couple of steals, a block, 3 rebounds as well. He's been active, which is 14.5 points per game on the season. So he gets him to go, Benny Lewis, just what they needed, Waverley. What can the Sabres do here? It's been all their way the last 15 minutes. Some super play from some of their guards. Nicholas Tartar as well has been fantastic, as has this man, Sam McDaniel. But Harper does a good job to get a hand in. It'll stay with the away team. 5 minutes to go. What a win this would be for the Sabres if they were to pull it off. Sitting in last place with only 3 wins on the season without their best player, the league-leading scorer in David Barlow. An away win against the 7th place Falcons. It would be something. Plenty of time left, though. Batiste pulls up. A miss there. So Travis loves this sort of situation. Driving hard to the hoop. Scoops it up and just a little off. So a miss for Travis in the Sabres. Chance to extend that lead. Here's Weldon. Nice pass into Batiste. Pantelis over to McDaniel. The 3 ball. No good. So let him out of jail there, did the Sabres. Could have been a double-digit margin. Here's McCorder. Got Beastie on him. Big mismatch. Couple of opportunities. McCorder taps it back up and in. And what is the call from the referee here? He's calling for just the Chatty Frogs kids to come over and wipe up some sweat. But the basket will count. It's back to a 5-point ball game. Big last few minutes coming up. Falcons need to keep winning to stay in touch with possibly that top 4. The Sabres a chance to pull off a really impressive away win. So, in fact, 3 minutes to go here on the clock, sorry. In fact, no, we've had a mistake on the scoreboard, so there's going to be a break in play. It should be 4 minutes and 7 seconds on the clock, as you can see on your computer screens, but here at the stadium we have 3 minutes and 7 seconds. The Sabres are already in the bonus They got there with 7.5 minutes remaining in the period. Meanwhile, the Falcons, well, they've drawn 3 fouls in the Sabres, so not too far off the bonus themselves. Bit of a break in play. It looks like Reece Carter is set to check back in for the Southern Sabres. And it will be for Jamie Patish. So we're going to have to wind the clock down bit by bit before we get back to 4:09 is the call from the court announcer.
Sabres leading by 5, 80-75, 4:09 left.
The offensive rebounding numbers continue to just pop out of the screen. 20 offensive rebounds for this Sandringham team, 20-6. They've out-rebounded the Falcons by 10. It's been one of the real reasons why they've been able to get this lead out to what it is, because the Falcons have been shooting the ball really well. 48% from the field, 39% from 3. But it's been those just extra chances that they've created, Sandringham, that have allowed them to get out to this 5-point lead. As here we go, we're set to get underway. Carter to inbound. Here's Jaden Weldon. Beastie hands it off to Carter. 8 on the shot clock. Here's Weldon. They need to do something quick. Weldon just working on Lewis. Nice little crossover. Weldon, what a tough finish. The little point guard finding his way through the jungle of Benny Lewis as McWhorter bullies his way in, possibly forced it a bit. Ryan Beastie did well to come with a double. So 7-point ball game. Carter thought about pulling up. Carter, the layup attempt, no good. McWhorter did well to challenge him. They need a bucket here, Waverley. There's 3.5 on the clock. McWhorter calling for it down low. But they've got the double there ready to go. Travis will pull up. A little strong. So Waverley struggling to find the bottom of the basket at the moment. As the Sabres in a commanding position. Pantelis off the side of the backboard. No good. So now Travis the other way. Lewis wasn't expecting it. Here's Leasting. No. As Lewis puts it up and in. Thought Leasting was going to throw up the 3-point attempt there. He's hit 6. But it was a good closeout from the Sabres defender. It's back to a 5-point game. Tata getting set to check in for the Southern Sabres. Pantelis hands it off to McDaniel. 9 on the shot clock. Here's Reece Carter, pulls up. Reece Carter, what a 3-ball, and he gives you the guns as well. How's the celebration? He's been fantastic today, Reece Carter, up to 18. 8-point margin. It's going to be a foul call, I believe, on Ryan Beastie. So 2:27 here. The Falcons need to make their move soon. Tata to come in for Pantelis. Patish as well for Ryan Beastie. They need an answer, the Falcons. They've only managed 10 points in this period. Here's Travis working on Tata. Leasting gets around McDaniel. Back out to Travis. Benny Lewis tries to pass it inside. McWhorter retrieves it. Another attempt. No. Jaden Weldon comes up with it. Good stop there from the Southern Sabres. Carter pulls up. No hesitation. Reece Carter. How about that? And the celebration a match as well. 11-point ball game. Carter up to 21 in the game now. That's his 7th 3-pointer of the game. Leasting trying to answer. No good. So the Sabres look hard to beat here now. They've got a double-digit lead. This man has been on fire. What can he do now? Weldon. Tata hanging around for the screen. Over to Carter. Shot clock winding down. He's put Weldon in a lot of trouble here. So shot clock violation. The Falcons get another crack at it. There's a minute 23 to go. They just about have to hold the Sabres scoreless from here. And ever since the opening minutes of the third period, where the Falcons went on a 17-2 run in a matter of 2.5 minutes, it has been all the Southern Sabres. Reece Carter has been unbelievable from beyond the arc, unconscious. Weldon's been great. McDaniel, as always. Tartar's offered something as well off the bench. Here's Travis. It's not over yet, though. That one a little short. Comes up with the O-board. McWhorter's posting up on Tartar. He will give it to him. Just finding his way in. Comes up with an offensive rebound. No, but it pops out to Harper. The floater, no good as well. So a couple of missed opportunities for Waverley. There's less than a minute to go. And the Sabres lead by 11. What a win this would be. They're so close, the Sabres. Carter with the ball. The player of the game so far. Lewis up on him. They need a steal, Waverley. Just working on his man is Carter. Good D, though, from Benny Lewis. It'll stay with the Sabres. 38 seconds on the clock. No David Barlow. And here they are. Just moments away from a very impressive victory. It's a timeout on the floor. Sabres in the box seat. Do the Falcons have one last trick up their sleeve? We'll have to wait and find out. Tim Leasting with 21 is their leading scorer. He's hit 6 3-pointers, and you dare say he might be one of the guys they go to if they are to chuck up a 3-point attempt next possession. McWhorter has 20 to his name. He's got a double-double. And has been good today, McWhorter, but it's interesting that the Sabres have just dominated on the glass. 20 offensive rebounds. It's been one of the catalysts behind their probably potential victory this afternoon. The Sabres taking a little longer to talk things over. They're so close to their 4th victory of this NBL1 season. So here we go. Tartar looks like he's got a bit of a limp. He soldiered hard today. Jamie Patish, Reece Carter, the player of the game so far. Weldon and Sam McDaniel as well. The 5 for the Southern Sabres. Carter to inbound. Now to McDaniel. What can they do here? He's got McWhorter on him. Finds his way around him. Chucks up the little floater. He's drawn the foul on Lewis. So McDaniel, a couple of trips to the charity stripe coming up. And if he makes these, that might be all she wrote. Got a double-double this afternoon, McDaniel. 14 points and 10 rebounds. As he splits a pair. So the energy has been zapped out of this building at the moment. It's a 12-point ball game. It's just about out of reach. I think it's safe to say. Travis will pull up. That one no good. So they keep it in for Reece Carter. And I think the shot clock might just... No, they've turned the shot clock off, so that is it. They can just wind it down now. One last play, though. They wanted... Reece Carter chucks up the nearly alley-oop to Nicholas Tartar. They wanted one more, the Sabres. McDaniel comes up with a steal. Another alley-oop attempt, but, geez, he's called for the foul, Tartar. So, a couple of opportunities coming up at the line. The Sabres set to come away with a really impressive victory here at Waverley. 4 seconds to go. How about the play of Reece Carter in this one? Tartar gets the 3 throw to go. 21 points for Carter. Sabres just moments away from improving to 4-12 on the year. We're in the last place coming into this one, and they've come up with what a outstanding victory from the Sandringham Sabres. They come away 91-77 victors here over the Waverley Falcons in the absence of David Barlow. Reece Carter was unconscious from beyond the arc. He was unbelievable. Tim Leasting was good for Waverley as well. Stepped into the starting lineup in absence of Matt Hancock and had 21 himself, 6 3-pointers, but it wasn't enough. DeAndre McWhorter with a double-double, but the story today is the Sabres with their 4th victory of the season, upsetting the 7th place Waverley Falcons. It's been a pleasure to bring you this doubleheader this afternoon. The Falcons coming away with a victory in the women's. The Sabres with a remarkable victory in the men's. My name's Liam Ellison. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. The Sabres with an unbelievable upset. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you next time.